Hello, happy Wednesday. Wednesday.
Yep, it's that kind
Crime.
of Wednesday.
I was almost not late, but I blame Aaron. Really. I'm joined by Aaron today,
How's it
which
going?
probably only means one thing right now. It means Battlefield time.
It does.
Yeah. Why don't you tell me about the update?
So this is the update that was delayed for a day or two and is now out. It includes the Panzerstorm tank focus map, the Last Tiger story, and the practice range, which I'm just kind of checking out right now. This is a fairly big update on PC. It was over 17 gigs, so we just got it downloaded. And I'm willing to explore this based on requests in chat. I will say that they, being Classic Dice, they don't have a dedicated Panzerstorm playlist. So we might have to luck into Panzerstorm, but I'm also happy to hop into the Last Tiger single-player DLC.
Sounds good.
Crime still wants us to kill some horses.
That will probably happen in general.
Yeah, I mean, generally horses do get killed in these games. Mainly the last game. In this game, no horses yet. Hang on. I just gotta up my sensitivity real quick. Gotta be more sensitive.
Apparently, you can join this practice range with a squad as well to
Oh,
practice.
Nice. It's on Hamada, which is probably one of my favorite maps so far. Just real quick, we're going to go check out what this practice range is.
Welcome, soldiers.
Activate the open
By now,
range.
I hope you feel more comfortable with all the tools available to you.
Oh, that's
You'll
cool.
be able to gain more experience and practice at your own pace. Do so at your leisure and use any equipment you find in the area.
What's up, Life Games? How you doing?
Can shoot a Sphinx, apparently. I'm not a medic. Why do I?
Story mission till the end of the stream. Yeah, we'll try. The only problem with getting into the Panzerstorm map is just that there's only a few of them right now on server list, and then there's people waiting for it. So
We'll definitely take a look. Happy to. Okay, cool.
in front of you, targets.
Just going to take a quick overview of this map. So this is cool. Battlefield's always had an issue where it's really hard for new players to learn flying. Flying's always been tough in this game. I think this is going to help people out a lot. They can learn in a safe environment.
What's up, rebranding? How you doing?
The I had Tay pull up the patch notes, and they're pretty insane. There's like 16 pages. That does include some of the new...
There's soldier fixes, there's vehicle fixes, there's weapons and gadgets updates, there's recoil, there's specialization, there's reload, miscellaneous maps and modes, UI and HUD options. Yeah.
This is a
I'm
massive...
not reading through all of that.
This is a massive patch. So this is the test range. They just added this in. I don't know. Like, I'm not sure if there's enough weapons to be testing right now, but this will be a good investment as Tides of War progresses, which this is the first bit of Tides of War. I don't know. Maybe I'll just fly under a bridge or something. Yeah, so you can learn to fly on this map. I know there's been a lot of debate about bombers in the game right now and whether they're OP or not. I would throw that one out to the audience. I feel like a lot of times players just don't focus on killing aircraft. They ignore them to their own peril repeatedly, which is why they're getting smoked by bombers. It's interesting, too, in the patch notes they said airplane combat, you have to be more specific now. So some of the airplanes run out of bullets faster, and you have to target more specific components of the aircraft. Yeah, cool. So this is the test range. Did you guys... Bombers OP. Out of the gate.
I mean, I personally would like to see this new map, but I don't know how long that's going to take us to get into it.
Okay, well, let me try. Let's...
And we are going to crash.
Let's redeploy.
Didn't even save yourself by exiting.
I mean, don't need to.
Save your virtual self.
Yeah, that's the test range. I'm glad it's in the game. Test range is always nice when you start to experiment with weapons. They definitely need a lot more weapons in the game for it to be living up to its full potential. Akash is saying 38 bombs is so BS. I think they only have... I don't know. Every time I've gotten the bomber, they have 4 bombs. And then you have to fly through the skyhooks to get more bombs.
Which to me is still a weird mechanic, but whatever.
It's better than the some of the stuff they've experimented with in the past. But yeah,
It's totally fair.
I do like the fact that tanks and airplanes run out of ammo more quickly in Battlefield 5. It does make them less
What's up, Box Knight?
crazy. Okay, so that was the practice range. I'm gonna now just take a quick look and see if we can get into multiplayer. It might not be easy because there's no dedicated servers for
Let's do
the
it.
new map.
Because the tanks, you want the tank action.
It's
I think.
honestly, it was my biggest request when this game launched. So we're going to go Panzerstorm and Rotterdam. We may have to play a little bit of Rotterdam to get to Panzerstorm. And all the German servers are playing Panzerstorm.
Yeah. Life Games, technically we are in the basement of CBSI, if that helps you. Definitely not our mother, although you could interpret CBS Interactive as maybe being our mother, supposedly. The mother of GameSpot, perhaps.
Man, it is just all Germany right now. Let me
It wasn't like that just now, though, right? I
me
thought you found a
refresh.
bunch earlier. No?
Did it put me into a different region? Let's
I
filter.
feel like you found 3 earlier that were all green ping.
Yeah.
What's up, Wayne?
Let's back out real quick and try again. I think also, let's see, Conquest has, where's my server browser at for Conquest? Grand Operation. Oh, I wonder if it has a Grand Operation. Let's see. Here we go. Ooh, them some not great pings. Game size, game modes. And nope, we got them all checked. Panzerstorm. So this might, bear with us. This might be a bit tricky.
Server's
Just-
hot fire? Yeah, kind of.
Just because it won't let us in right away. It's just in like the regular rotation. Let's go back. If not, we can hop right into the war stories and give that a try and then come back and take a look. You give this one more go, if it'll let me. UI is definitely not the best in this game. Let me make sure they didn't put it in. How to drive a tank. No, we don't need that. Thank you. Let's give it one more go.
Chat, is there really no way for us to just play Panzerstorm? Find that mildly. There was one. Wait, let's break through. It's not Panzerstorm.
Yeah, so we're going to have to go Rotterdam, which then leads into it, or go right to it. I think that's going to be our best bet is we'll play a quick round on Rotterdam, and that should take us into...
Set to US. It's a bug. Keep refreshing.
Ah.
That's what Crime said, at least.
This is not their strong suit. Their server browsers.
Philip Hines asked, do you enjoy this more than Battlefield 1? I didn't play it, so I will have to defer that to Aaron.
North America. I can't give you an answer to that yet, simply because I don't feel like the full game is there. With Tides of War just starting, this is just my personal opinion, but I don't feel like the game's going to be there fully until March. Yep, still
Steve,
not
there's a
finding
lot
any.
of updates in this one.
It's about 17
You get
gigs.
the new War Story Last Tiger. Also, there's a new multiplayer map, Panzerstorm, as well as the practice range, which is what we just jumped into, where you and your squad mates can go in and do some different things, try some different stuff out. Then there's a bunch of different updates, fixes, changes, of which I probably won't read just because it's, as Aaron mentioned, it's many pages long.
So I think the honest truth is there's no way for us to cheat this. We just have to get into rotation. And Panzerstorm, well, it's not even in this rotation. Good job. We just have to find a rotation that has it in it. That is odd. Let me back out one more time. It's probably in Conquest. But I think we can't get to Conquest. Here, let's do Advanced Search. Game modes, Conquest. What's Conquest at now? Everybody's playing Narvek. Fine. Devastation, Might. That's a ways off. All right, you know what? I'll tell you what. Let's go play Last Tiger, and then we'll come back when people are later in their servers and give it another try. I would think DICE does have a history of not letting people play the new map when it comes out. So let's get into Last Tiger.
Okay. Crime says next time you do it, select all servers. So we can try that.
It's actually interesting. When we went to this event, they mentioned that Tiger tanks, more of them were put out of action during World War II through mechanical failure than combat because of what a crazy tank it was. Suggestion to just look for full servers and wait in the queue. Yeah, we'll give that a go right after this. All right, Last Tiger. Do a tank.
Huh. There's a Reddit post. DICE, can we have Panzerstorm only servers?
DICE just needs to. These are like not new. Basically, DICE has been doing this since forever. When they release new maps, they're never dedicated.
Which is crazy because even, like I said earlier, COD has it where I thought we would have to kind of like luck our way into Nuketown, but it actually worked out. And there was a map that you could pick from.
When I was a child, a group of boys. I ran out of wording. My father was furious when he found out something about the group of boys. I protested him, but it didn't take long. Maybe not, he said, but... Steve says he's going to play when the US gets added and then quit again. Translation, we're driving a tank. All right, we'll get a bit into this. Yeah, I like Battlefield 5. I think it's a good game. Being an older Battlefield player, I like the vehicle maps. I'm not super hot on the small infantry stuff, but there's a lot of people out there who are. And they seem to really enjoy the small infantry combat.
This looks really nice, though. They've always been good at that.
Yeah, the war stories are typically very interesting.
Will you guys be streaming the Game Awards for 2018? Yes, we will be, Box Night. Come back tomorrow. Thursday, we're going to have 2 streams. We'll have one in the morning, and then VGAs at night.
Far Cry already spoiled their post-apocalyptic DLC. That sounds interesting.
Did they? I thought they just announced that they're going to be there.
They put up a trailer that was definitely post-apocalyptic.
Ich habe ihn nur daran erinnert, wer wir sind, Kerz.
Yeah, regarding the chat as to whether Battlefield 5 is already dead, I think it's got a pretty active community at the moment, and they're going to be rolling out content at least through March.
Kerz, los geht's.
So you think this is actually Far Cry 5 and it's not like some type of like like a spin-off kind of thing?
It would segue directly into the ending of Far Cry 5.
Okay.
If you play through to the end, that DLC would seem to pick up right where it left off. And I don't...
We'll have to see.
I'm assuming we'll get Last Tigering and momentarily.
Die kriegen das, was sie verdienen. Scheiß Feiglinge.
Gemeinsam sind wir stärker, vergessen Sie das nicht.
I mean, you guys have pretty strong feelings about this game too, in terms of just like where it's at and where it needs to get to, I guess. Like,
It just needs more. I mean, honestly, okay, so like I've played a bunch recently, and I feel the way I always feel about Battlefield. I'm just like straight 50-50 love-hate relationship with this game. Like it works. When it works so well, and then you also run into issues they've just never fixed. Like, bad spawns, or just getting shot in the back and getting shown something impossible in a kill cam, or going prone in the geometry, shoving you around, like weird things like that. Their menus are also just god awful. They really need to hire a UI designer.
That guy's not yelling. Wayne Harrison bringing up a good point. Obviously, don't just not play a game because one YouTuber tells you that it's, you know, not good or dumb or something like that. You definitely have to make an informed decision for yourself. Of course, that does potentially influence your decision, but I believe during Black Friday, Battlefield 5 was around $30, which was about, give or take, depending on what deal you got. Which I think, if you were waiting and thinking about playing Battlefield, is pretty good price. But you know, obviously, you know, spend your money wisely, as it's been a crazy kind of like Q4 of games. There's just been so many options. You know, you have Smash on its way this Friday as well. Just Cause 4 just recently came out on Tuesday. Of which the review is on GameSpot, so you can check that out as well.
There's no shortage of good games right now. So, you know, if you're not feeling a game, it's going to be crowded. Oop. Release windows are getting crowded. You got plenty of options right now, or you can wait for Anthem, which is coming soon.
Closed alpha this weekend if you guys signed up. Hopefully you guys get in, if you did. Hoping that I get in. To be honest, I have no idea other than it's saying it's pending.
Also, we might not be able to talk about Anthem at all, but I think that's definitely up there with my most anticipated games coming next year, early next year. Division feels very competent, but
yeah, I mean,
Anthem feels like it has a lot of potential to be maybe a Destiny competitor, or maybe even...
We've said that many times now, Aaron. I'll believe it when I see it, to be honest. I think the Division should do well for itself, because I do think that the updates that were made to that game, you know, towards the latter part when people kind of fell off, were pretty good, actually. It was just unfortunate that a lot of people had fell off at that point, but if they take those lessons and put them into 2 and then build upon 2, it should be good. But it's probably still, at the end of the day, probably going to still be more Division, of course, which means probably bullet sponges. So if you never thought, or if you didn't really like that to begin with, you're probably not, you might not enjoy it. But I'm looking forward to it, hoping to give it a whirl, obviously, early next year. Early next year is actually pretty busy with games.
As long as Division gets away from the idea that grenade spam is a good mechanic, because so many of their DLCs incorporated grenade spam as a feature, which always kind of baffled my mind. But the looting and collecting and sort of modern aesthetic of that game is really cool. And I don't know.
Steve S saying, how is anyone hyped for Anthem? It looks so dumb. I don't know. I think that, like, aesthetically, it looks pretty cool. I haven't watched that much of the gameplay stuff yet, just because I want to experience it a little bit for myself. But I don't know. Who doesn't want to, like, kind of basically play an Iron Man or a War Machine? Because that's kind of how I perceive it, and I won't know until I play it to actually say if it feels good or not. But I don't know. I'm definitely interested in the aesthetic, that's for sure. The javelins are pretty cool to me.
Yeah, the customization of the javelins seemed like a good draw. The flying, we've played a bit at E3. The flying feels fantastic. If there's one thing they nailed, it's absolutely the flying in that game.
Wayne Harrison saying, who's excited about Resident Evil 2 Remake? I know a lot of people in the office are. I think Tamor and some of our UK folks just saw it recently, put up a feature. You can check that out. If you want to check out some more gameplay, I think there's some Ada, I think it's saying right, Ada Wong gameplay up, as well as I think Tyrant gameplay.
Destroy the artillery. Nope, that's a tank. That's not artillery. You told me to destroy the wrong thing.
But like
Panzer.
It's BioWare. Why didn't they just make another KOTOR or like FPS Mass Effect or something? Well,
it kind of is. So like, I've said this on stream before. My personal way of handling it is I'm just gonna go ahead and believe the Andromeda initiative went off and vanished, and then they went off and explored the Anthem planet, and this is the next Mass Effect game. That's how I'm gonna look at it.
I don't know. I think that they wanted to try something new. I think that also, you know, as we head into 2019 and even in some of 2018, a lot more games are becoming kind of like games of service, and they're like platforms to keep adding more stuff onto, and Anthem is basically that kind of game, it looks like, or at least that's how I perceive it. And sometimes, you know, like, excuse me, making a new IP kind of gets the juices flowing, you know, gets people, the developers, hyped, excited. Also, yeah, as Crime mentioned, KOTOR, Lucas Studios probably won't let it. There's probably way more hurdles to climb there.
I guess the question is, what do you want out of the next Mass Effect game? Because I don't know, they've said that they're gonna consider bringing it back.
I don't know personally, because again, I didn't really play the Mass Effect games, and I know the last one wasn't very good. It'd be more of a John Luke question. Although at this point, after Andromeda, are people still gonna be like excited for another one, given what they just got, I guess? Anthem is EA's Destiny. Yeah, pretty much.
That sounds accurate.
And we'll see if they can, you know, be a proper contender. Like, I kind of hope so, because I know that all the Destiny folks are going to definitely play Anthem. It's just a matter of, will that game hook them in to continue to play it? Because it's kind of like that age-old story or battle where, you know, all these MMORPGs came out trying to be the next WoW killer, and look who's still left, right? There's very few, and WoW is definitely still like, you know, kind of like basically the top dog. Even I don't know what their subscriber base is like anymore, but you know, obviously, there hasn't been too many games to really.
Who is even shooting me right now?
Right in front of you.
It seems.
You're also like almost dead.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting artillery by things I can't see. And the places I can go to hide to repair are not a lot of places. It's all right. In World War II, everybody just pressed X. Oh, it's over there. All right. In World War II, what you did is you pressed X to self-repair. That's how tanks worked.
Wayne Harrison thinks that Division 2 will also be a cash grab. I don't know. They didn't have too many microtransactions, if I remember right, the first time around. Now, that's not to say that they won't consider it for the second game, but there wasn't too many advantages, even in like Odyssey, right? Like, I think there was 1 health.
Nope. Artillery. Well, so much for that DLC. And then the Germans lost. The end.
So I don't know. I think that they have a general, like, understanding that it's mainly going to be cosmetic, and I hope to keep it that way. Like, I don't know. I've always been the person that said, like, I don't really care about microtransactions as long as it's cosmetic, because then it's an option of if you want to just, like, look pretty or be stylistic. Whereas if it affects the game, then obviously that's going to be way more upsetting. Oh, that guy was the one that really got you. This, like, missile.
Got the missile tanks. You're cheating, allies. This is war.
You're cheating by repairing and having a second life.
Everybody knows you had multiple lives in World War II, and
Crime says I bought BF 5
X
for 60 and have no regret. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of people that say that. You know, I think Dave Jewett is loving Battlefield 5. So I think to each their own, obviously. And I think that's the good thing about video games. There's so many video games that's it's diverse enough for everyone, and that's why it shouldn't be so much of an argument of like people hating on someone's game if they enjoy it. Like, that's their game.
Although, man, I'm kind of salty on the Forge DLC right now.
Yeah, I know you
Destiny.
are. I kind of was too, but like I'm kind of not at the same time because I don't know. I'm just used to it by now, and I still like I took a nice like almost like 1 month break from Destiny, maybe a little less. And so just going back into that world and then like using my guns again and just feeling how crisp that gunplay is very satisfying. And going back into the Crucible and fighting there has been pretty fun. So I don't know. It definitely is more of a slog than normal in terms of just having to grind again. But I don't know. I'm about that grind life. Life Games wants to know: are you guys using ray tracing?
I do not believe.
I don't think we are because he said you need a 2080 for that. Yeah, we only have I think one 2080 in the office.
I would need to go look at puddles.
What's up, Baymax? How you doing?
Some good destruction going on.
Scripted building destruction. Nice. That's true. We are in a, story.
Single player.
Yeah.
The story is there's a tank, and the Germans are definitely not going to win the war. All right. It's not a mystery how this ends. Maybe a mini game to like fix the tank. That's how it ends. Levolution. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny how that just kind of fell out of their lingo after a while. I think DICE realized it was just kind of a silly marketing term. It wasn't. Levolution was not a bad idea. I will say that.
No, I think it's cool.
It was a cool idea. They never really had the money or the time to make the second state of Levolution as good as the first state. For example, Siege of Shanghai, once the building fell down, the map just kind of got boring. But it was really impressive to watch the
But now you can kind of build some of that stuff back, Aaron.
Yep. It's true. You can get out your hammer. I don't think you're building any skyscrapers.
Not today, Life Games, unfortunately. But
request for ray tracing.
Do one down the road or something. Kind of probably past at this point, though. How long are the war stories usually?
Oh, they're like, maybe an hour a piece.
Oh, dang.
I mean, it just depends on how much messing around you do. Some of them are tight, and some of them have open areas that you can explore. And the North one in particular has skiing, and you can spend a lot of time just messing around skiing, which is actually one of the surprisingly most fun mechanics that's gotta eventually make its way into multiplayer. I did a dev interview, and they said they actually tried putting skiing into multiplayer, but it didn't quite work for launch. That's not to say that they wouldn't experiment with it again. I think it'd be a great later addition. Nope. Note to self. Driving tank downhill.
Yeah, that makes sense, Crime. I mean, I don't undersell building just because I remember vividly in beta, on the beta map, that one map, I forget the name, the snowy one. Like, once people got to, like, that one spot near the train and built out a full-on fort, like, it was pretty tough to get in there because, like, there'd be like 2 turrets, I think. So, yeah, like any other game, multiplayer game, you kind of just, like, players have to experiment, see what other players are doing, and then figure out, what the best spots to build are and where not to really build, I guess.
The building mechanics have promise. Like, they're enjoyable, particularly if you're playing support, because you can do it much faster. And they do make a difference on some of the better thought out maps like Aerodrome. Definitely building is key to winning on that map. On the smaller infantry maps, I mean, my overall thoughts on Battlefield 5 are the mechanics are great on the larger maps and they fall apart on the smaller infantry maps because they're just too tight for it to mean anything. Like, you can drop a V2 rocket and then there's just troops back on the point instantly. Whereas in the larger maps, it gives you some breathing room, which is kind of what it's meant to do. So, like, I think those mechanics work better on some maps than others. They really work on maps like Aerodrome, though.
Nice. I think it's the Rhine-Ruhr region. Steve, I'm basing this off the update notes. What's up, Akeen? How are you? You have been noticed. Hello, Arian. How are you? Or I think it's Arian or Ariane.
Man, those artillery tanks are just real deadly. Yeah. Where were you the whole time, gunner? Have a gunner? Some of the unlocks for tank classes are kind of funny. One of them was something like heal 50% faster with 50% less health. They were a bit confusing. It's also hard to level tanks in core Battlefield 5 right now because there just aren't enough maps to do it on. And every map levels independently. They should probably go back to Battlefield Hardline's model of you just accruing cash and then spending it wherever the hell you want, so you kind of avoid the pain of having to try something out when it's not good. We about to get V2 rocketed. Close air support.
Oh no, that didn't sound like that. Ooh, cinematic.
Bombers OP.
Whoa, did that lag for you?
Yeah, it did.
We're safe.
We won the war.
Auf Schäden überprüfen. Jawohl.
Crime is pointing out that there are not bathrooms inside of tanks.
Statusbericht. Hier werden wir uns nicht lange halten können. Jemand muss da raus uns den Weg suchen.
Schicken Sie Hartmann.
Grey Fox, we'll probably have a review in progress until we can actually test online.
Vertrauen Sie auf unsere Stärke.
Asking about Smash.
Unsere Worte, oder? Keine Schwäche, keine Sentimentalität.
Also, our Just Cause 4 review written portions up, and we'll get the
Und ich bediene es
video portion up likely today.
Nein.
If y'all are a fan of Rico and his crazy tethers and grappling hooks.
Der ist doch eh angeschlagen.
Each map levels independently. I'm not quite sure what you mean. That's simply not true. Pascal, I'm saying the tanks, so like the vehicles in Battlefield, all appear to level independently. I know basically when I drive tanks in the game, they don't seem to count towards the other tanks. That or it's hard to just have enough opportunities to get into tanks right now in Battlefield 5. And hopefully that'll improve with Panzerstorm and some other tank-focused maps.
Ich möchte, dass Sie Ihre Pflicht tun.
Tether mechanic missing in Battlefield 5.
Das gilt für jeden.
I don't know if I'd argue against that. That would probably be hilarious. Maybe not so much in the World War II setting. All right, here's a question for you in the chat. If Battlefield 5 goes on for the next year, would you be down for secret weapons of World War II at the end of it? Maybe some of the sillier stuff that Battlefield can do?
Don't they still have to be somewhat historically accurate?
There were jets by the end of World War II. That happened. Steven's saying, don't worry, it'll release as free content. Yeah, I mean, the free model right now is basically they're still filling out the game that I don't know, I kind of feel like would have been nice to have at launch. So I feel like what you paid for is go up through March, and then we'll see what happens after that. Also got to see how good their Battle Royale is, because Battlefield feels like it's made for that. Oh, he was in your mind all along. That kid was in your mind. He was a ghost. It's like Sixth Sense.
Wo ist Hauptmann?
I don't know. No, it's Hartman, man.
Der desertiert.
Das wissen Sie doch gar nicht. Ruhe.
Secretly, I just want helicopters.
Did he desert us? Maybe. Alright.
Bewegung auf 9 Uhr.
Yeah, I don't think EA is trying to make this game accurate.
Bringen Sie uns raus hier. Wir können doch Hartmann nicht hier lassen.
Sorry, DICE, EA's publisher. People likes to hate on the EA. Hey, they just left the kid behind. They are bad dads. No problem, Pascal. Yeah, we were just clarifying that when you play Battlefield 5, you seem to level the tanks independently, which leads to a very, very slow progression.
So are you going to keep going?
You want to hop out? We'll see if we can get into Panzerstorm.
Sure. I mean,
All
this
right.
should save your progression, I would assume.
Yeah. I'm not particularly attached to... Stop that recording. I'm not particularly attached to saving my progress in War Stories since I'm a multiplayer guy. EA deserves to be hated. They've definitely destroyed a couple of franchises that I like lately, but I don't know. Like, if you guys ever read the story on why Mass Effect Andromeda ended up the way it did, it's interesting, to say the least. Developing games is an art, and I think they tried to do things that they just couldn't do. They were trying for like a No Man's Sky meets Mass Effect, and just ran into so many technical and creative hurdles that I think it just ended up sinking the whole ship. Let's see. All right, maps. Let's try this again. Panzerstorm. Nobody's playing Panzerstorm. Come on, somebody's got to be playing Panzerstorm.
Do you have like all servers on or whatever?
Let's see. Free slots, all, and game modes. I don't think you have to. Let me just reset the server. There's always been
Please
this.
stop spamming, sir. Bye bye.
There's always been this thing in DICE's server browser that. Okay, wait, hang on. Let me just reset filter. North America 1 to 6. I never really trust.
Maybe do all servers and just live with some latency.
Yeah, let's try that. I never really kind of trust the results I get. Don't just want North America. It's funny because there's a lot of Germany playing Panzerstorm. Okay, so maps. We're going to look for Panzerstorm, and we're going to look for Rotterdam, because Rotterdam is right before Panzerstorm. I think we're just going to have to take a Japan server.
Sure. I mean, 131 ping isn't terrible.
Let's
Oh, you're
see.
going to do Rotterdam to then load into...
There's no Panzerstorm, but Rotterdam is supposedly right after that.
Triple T, I mean, the best way is just to, continue to look on our, careers link and see if there's something that would potentially, fit kind of like your experience. And if you want to apply for that, apply for it. It's the best advice I can give you in terms of trying to get a good job
Guess
at games.
the one thing is that it didn't say, let me just back out really quick, because it didn't say, I didn't see the server queue, so I want to make sure we tried it. We got to make sure we're in a server that actually hits Panzerstorm after Rotterdam.
Yeah.
I really, really, like, if I had one request as an older Battlefield player, it would be that their server queue have a tank focused. Okay, no, Rotterdam then goes to Twisted Steel, so no, it's not in the server. Let's try again. Maps. So nobody's playing Panzerstorm. Let's reset our filter and just kind of cruise through. Breakthrough. Is it because we're clicked into Breakthrough? So Panzerstorm, let's see if we have a Conquest. Conquest rounds just take a really long time. So I got to find one that has it on it. So yeah, on Conquest, it's after Rotterdam. We'll try and get in for you guys. It's not very easy to do, just because of the way that these are made. Here's a small domination server. Let's see if Twisted Steel. Nope. So it's seems to be Conquest. Maybe Grand Operations. So here's Rotterdam. Oh, yeah, this is it. All right, we want the server. Ah! What?
How did it disappear?
Okay, where to go? Domination Rotterdam.
Nope.
Nope, not that one.
Is it that bottom one? The Grand Operations one? Nope.
So we had it for a second. Grand Operations, and then it vanished.
For free slots, uncheck. Is that
Yep,
Crime
here it
said
is.
free
Okay,
slots?
this is it. How do we, yes. What? Do you not exist, server?
For crime says free slots - none. Uncheck the other side.
Okay. Thank you, Crime. We will try again. Let's see. Play multiplayer. What is your recommendation?
He said for free slots, uncheck the other side, whatever that means, for none. He said free slots - none. Uncheck the other side, whatever that means, because it's bugged.
Free slots, none. And maps, Panzerstorm. Rotterdam. This seems maybe promising. We can just hop in the queue. Nope, that's Rotterdam Twisted Steel. This one was... Huh, that's weird. Yeah, we might have to come up with a better queue. Sorry, guys. They did not make it easy to get into these Panzerstorm matches. So we might just hop and do any round and then try and get there that way.
Trying to show you new gameplay, Tony. But I guess I was duped by Aaron when he asked me to stream this game. Just kidding.
They're not making it easy for us to get to Panzerstorm. I don't think it's in Breakthrough. So I think it's only in Game Modes, Conquest, Grand Operations. We'll just uncheck maps. Are you telling me that there's nobody playing either of these modes? I think we've run into classic DICE matchmaking just being kind of busted. Because it's not even in these servers. Airborne Rotterdam, not there. All right, let's go back. We'll try one other thing. This does seem like very classic DICE server browsers. It's not in that playlist. Well, all right then. We'll try.
Yeah, have some patience, Tony. We'll get there. I mean, we can show you old stuff, but the whole point was to try to hopefully get Panzerstorm. But for whatever reason, it just doesn't allow you to pick for just that. So we're doing things to try to increase our odds. Crime says you're changing it too much. Try to be patient and refresh because it may appear again.
Okay. We'll give that a go. I don't think randomly matching into Conquest will get us there. So we'll try one more time. List servers, and we will try the patience route. Maps. So I believe Rotterdam and Panzerstorm are on the same rotation. Is this going from... So what are we missing here? So Breakthrough, maybe it's not in Breakthrough. Game modes.
Let me see if the notes.
It's in Conquest. I believe it's in Grand Operations.
For a multiplayer map, Panzerstorm. Take part in the first major tank battle of the war, larger than any that came before. In the first few days of the Battle of Belgium, Axis armor steamed ahead of the infantry forces into Hunut, assuming I said that right, clashing with the Allied tanks in the rolling hills and farmlands of the Belgian countryside. Let's see, map intent. Doesn't actually say which modes they're in. I did see a Reddit post that said that they wanted more modes for the map, though.
It doesn't actually look like...
Conquest only.
Okay. So
don't select any, just find Conquest, says Ben Giles.
Okay, maps. So we will just...
How is that even a thing? Maybe just...
Because their server browsers are just DICE's server browsers, man. Refresh.
Barkay or Ben Giles, is there a way to kind of increase our chances?
Maps, game modes. So, all right, we got Conquest checked. Tony Jones, this is embarrassment. I agree the server browser is not doing it for us. But we are giving you an accurate impression of what it'd be like if you were trying to do this right now.
So basically, if you were just to play their Conquest map rotation, you just have to hope that you get it in Conquest?
That's what it seems like. And they don't have anything from the main menu to just do Conquest. So
yeah,
like they drop
only look up Conquest.
They drop the map, and then I don't know. We'll just
play. We're gonna play Conquest and hope that we get it. Watch, we're just gonna get it first try. Reset the filter and just join Conquest game. We're just gonna join a Conquest. I can't even talk. Conquest game, and then see how that goes.
These are issues that have persisted through all iterations of Battlefield. I think the server browser has always returned unreliable results.
Aerodrome.
I like Aerodrome. We can stick with it a bit and see if it
Get a
gets us
new
there.
internet. We definitely don't need that. Yeah, our internet's good.
We can simulate it by getting in a tank.
Sure.
We're in a tank. That counts, right?
If you say it counts, then I believe it.
All right. We're gonna level some
Sorry,
tanks.
yeah. Good luck hopping in it. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, if we can't do it on stream, I'll get into a round after the stream and post some gameplay for you guys. Get rid of tank map option.
Oh, will that help, Ben? We can try that after this.
You mean
that's what
my,
Barkay is saying too, to get rid of the tank map
my
as
custom
an option.
That's my custom preset.
Yeah, I know. But he's saying to just get rid of that and only search for Conquest maps.
I don't know. Do you guys want me to play a bit on this, or do you want me to try one more time for...
I think when you die, we can switch out of it.
Okay.
But some people are saying to play.
I'm just going to be in a tank. This is actually, I think, one of the better maps. This is one of the maps where they combine infantry and building and tanks really well.
Come on, man, get that free kill.
No, don't give him our side. What are you doing, buddy? Where do you think we're going? We're going to run into an object that we can't move, and then you are just...
It's just you and him. Can you switch gunner spots?
You're just going to sit here? I can...
Oh, there they are.
Let me do my trick where so I can switch between the two, which is clever. This guy, so he aimed the turret. He aimed the invulnerable turret in a place I can't go.
Yeah, Barkay saying, see how far you can get without before dying. So this is a one life run, basically. Your squad's like, what is this guy doing? Probably.
Well,
you
it's 'cause-
die?
So he put the invulnerable. He put the turret that you can't get shot from small arms into this barricade in a way that I think he's just trying to be a mobile spawn.
Barkay says you can duck now as a top gunner, which is kind of what you did, right?
Oh, can I?
He said you can duck.
Oh, you can. Holy hell, they finally put that in. Well, that's awesome.
Thank you, Barkay.
That was definitely needed at launch. But get on him.
There's
for
a guy there.
putting him in now.
Whatever.
And now we're aiming. Let's go, tankers. All right, that's crouch. Whoop. All right. This is the worst place to be on a tank. Just gonna throw that out there. Yeah, I mean, I really do want to get into the Panzer map.
Then do it. For sure way.
If they'll let us.
Well, I'm saying you control the key to your destiny. As in, next time you die, just back out.
Okay.
Unless you actually get penalized for that, but...
Nah, there's
Okay.
there's no penalty.
Oh, those guys died.
Get dropped.
There's another one down the hall. Yeah. Save me!
All right, we're gonna try one more time, and then we'll just play whatever.
All right. Exactly.
All right, what was our recommendation
You
in the
said
chat?
turn off tank map option, only search for Conquest.
Yeah. I think we reset that filter.
Did you?
Barkle, what kind of stuff? What kind of good stuff? I mean, there's like 16 pages of stuff.
There's too many pages
Yeah.
for me to read.
You want to highlight some of the things that you
Well, I
really
can read
liked?
the top issue fixes. Fix a bug where weapons would stay locked even if player had reached the required level to attain them. Improvements for the issue involving infinite loading screens should be drastically reduced with this update. Fixed an issue where vehicle passenger gunner turret animations would not align with where the player was aiming. Players no longer get into a soft hang when viewing assignments in game. I'm going to help you with this real quick. All right, turn that off if you can. The tank maps thing.
So I think we just reset the filter.
Why does it still say your filters tank maps then?
That's just a custom one, so you click on it and it gives you that.
Oh.
So you reset the filter and it shouldn't.
Do you have Conquest though selected?
Game modes, Conquest. So this goes from Aria. No, that's like.
Panzerstorm.
But that Aria.
6 maps later.
Yeah, that would be like an hour from now.
Steve, that's Aaron. I'm Eric. I swear Eric is juggling a grenade. If only. It's just a ball.
Yeah.
When you guys remove tank map option, the Conquest US servers will be there. Then join Rotterdam.
Yeah, Rotterdam, Conquest. And can I just delete that filter?
I don't even know how you have that filter.
It's a custom filter.
I know, but like, where do you make your custom filter?
And reset filter. There we go. All right.
So
reset filter, right?
yeah, okay. So now get Conquest
Conquest
in there, and that's the only one.
There's no way that that's
but
true.
then, okay. So you're only searching US servers though. So,
full filter. All right.
So now,
Conquest.
yeah, that's fine.
We're looking.
I mean, maybe, yeah, that's fine. I guess you could do Rotterdam or Panzerstorm, and then you want to make the regions everything, right? Open that
regions
up.
all.
Yep. And then save your filter. Sure.
View servers
0.
0. Game size. Let's see. So hang on. Here we go. 63 servers.
Dang. Now we're cooking with gas.
All right. We're going to save this as Panzer.
What?
All right.
Okay, yeah.
Apply filter.
Okay. Now,
View servers.
boom. Panzerstorm. Damn it. Find the shortest queue.
All right. Players.
Although you probably want that high ping one, though.
Yeah.
But then they're probably going to finish Panzerstorm, and then you want to join a Rotterdam one then, right?
Probably join
you want to join a
Rotterdam,
Rotterdam one.
and then we can go into Panzerstorm.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. What do you recommend?
Just take the best ping Rotterdam, I guess.
Okay. Rotterdam 165. We're getting there. We're getting there,
Just
folks.
go back up and do ping. Just do ping,
All
and
right.
then see what happens from there. So there's a US one that has 2 spots. I would say wait for that one. That one, yeah.
Okay.
And hope for the best. Even though everyone's probably trying to do what you're doing, which is waiting for Rotterdam to finish and then go to Panzerstorm. However, wait.
It should just keep us in that queue.
Are you
Hang on,
sure?
let's try again.
Do you have to hit the play button? There you go.
Okay.
There we go. All right.
All right. This is gonna
You're
happen.
now second in queue, right? Or is that queue? There's 2 in front of you.
Where there's 2 people in front of us.
you. All right, that's fine. This
Okay.
is the best. This is the best we've gotten to. I feel good about this. I really do.
All right. We're potentially 2 matches away from
1 match.
1 match
right?
away if people quit. Oh, 1 in the queue. You know what? Actually, the one thing that we have going for us is a lot of people. So, like, this game's 50-50, and a good number of people who played this Battlefield don't like tank focus, so they might drop out because Rotterdam is an infantry map, and they might not want to play
Panzerstorm.
All
All right, I feel good. Don't worry, Tony. You're the only one that is upset. For
Ben,
us
we
waiting.
didn't
check
have
out the
to-
new vehicle customizations.
We didn't have to restart the game. We just had to use a really convoluted system to find it. So
Barkay, what would you like to see?
AP rounds, track skirts. This gets rid of sticky grenades. Specializations.
Customize? Oh, that's fine.
Just taking a look at
Eric, have you played Black Armor yet? Yes, I haven't done the Forge yet though. Still trying to level, still trying to have my friends level so that we don't beat our heads into the table when we try it.
I am so salty on Black Armory right now. The fact that they just lock, I don't know, like the bottom 90% of players out of it, 95% of players out of it. Like, not that many people actually raid who play Destiny. And having a DLC where the first Forge is just a big old nope is it's not good game design. That's what you're preparing for your raid is for. All right.
Did we get it?
Maybe. Fingers crossed.
Rotterdam. We're good.
Okay.
So we're good.
We're in
So
line.
we're good.
We're potentially within one game of getting Panzerstorm.
Yep, we're one map away.
Of course,
we got daily orders.
The downside is I have to play Rotterdam, and
Hey, whatever.
infantry combat in this game is something I will pass off to our resident Dave Jewett, who loves the
I would
infantry
only
combat.
play infantry because I don't like vehicles. They feel cheap.
All right, stick with us. So we're gonna play Rotterdam, so that we can play Panzerstorm.
Yep, this is the next map. Let's go.
We're gonna play a not fun map, so we can play a fun map. Shots
Dang,
fired.
I think this map looks fun. All about that run and gun life.
It's the opposite of the reason why I play Battlefield. That's why I play Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
Then maybe they shouldn't have these kind of maps for if that's the only reason people play, right?
Might I recommend a very excellent small infantry shooter, Call of Duty Black Ops 4. All right, what are we doing, boys? Where do you want me to go? Here, let's take. Give me an order. I don't know what to do unless you give me an order, other than die. Here.
I would just go and be a hero. Try to get C by yourself.
All
I'm
right.
giving you the order.
Tay's
Or
giving
E.
the order.
I don't know. What's the closest checkpoint to you? That's what I would tell you to go after.
Tay's giving the order. Can we? I think we can dynamite these. Nope. Yeah. Get it. Get it. Get it.
Oh,
Nope.
you hit him. Okay, he put a sticky mine there. Do you have any more health packs? Probably not.
I do not, and I don't have my squad. What would Dave do? That is the question. Ah, I knew he was there.
He would get good. General Tay, yeah, I guess so. NN says, as far as I've seen, the customizations for vehicles isn't variative or that interesting at all.
I just want to get in tanks. Give me tanks, man. That's all I want.
All right, taking Alpha. Or is it apples?
Give me an order.
Take the A.
All right. I got that order.
He's here. I would assume he wants you to take A. Request order in all caps.
Give me an order, man.
Oh, watch out. You saved that man's life.
I'm sure he'll die later. All right. You wouldn't like how I play this game. I like building things and taking orders.
That's fine. Sometimes you got to build that fortification.
But I'll take my orders from General Tay. I'm still not sure how I feel about the...
Ben Giles says custom filters actually mess stuff up for him, and he or she usually just keeps it default. It's probably he. Sorry.
There. Nope. What are you? Don't do a revive. Don't do a revive on me.
Watch out.
I'm gonna take my health snacks. Good day, sir. Good day. I have health snacks.
I thought those were ammo snacks.
You get one health snack and one ammo snack per round,
Gotcha.
just depending on medics. Ooh. You know, actually, there was some interesting debate around time to kill. I do feel like they should elongate time to kill in
You
a
think it's
Battlefield
too
game.
fast?
It's way too fast. You shouldn't get smoked before you're... You shouldn't take 3 steps and just get smoked in the middle of an alleyway without any awareness of what's...
Sounds like war to me.
Smoking
Yeah.
you.
Sounds like war to me.
Nope. This is where I actually think Call of Duty's been the better game this year. And that's coming from somebody who fell off in Modern Warfare 2 and then picked up in Black Ops 4.
But isn't that kind of like superficial in a way though? Because it just like armor is a thing.
How did you know where I was, guy?
Because you shot earlier. You gave him visibility.
But I'm not... so I think there's actually a bug they're talking about right now where if you fire, you might get auto-spotted on the map. I don't know if they've fixed that yet.
Or like if there's a spotter or flares, right? Flares do it too, right?
I don't even know why I'm playing this guy. I'm not even...
What's up, Alucard?
I'm not assault. I'm support. I'm a support guy. I'm going to get my support stuff on. I'm going to go give people ammo snacks.
Barca says the last tiger skin you get after completing all the challenges and getting the collectibles looks pretty sweet though.
So like this is cool. This is built by a support class. I like that. That's cool.
Nice.
These are worthless. I don't know why they even have these in this game. Like there's these equal instant death in 100% of Battlefield games.
Really? It seemed pretty good on the that one beta map. Once they had that one spot locked down, like one of the capture points.
They're just 100% death. There's no way around it. They lead to...
What up, Bob?
Oh, that's a guy. Where are you? Nope, that's my
your
guy.
teammate. Luckily, there's no friendly fire.
Yeah, just, you know, you gotta test your teammates with bullets sometimes.
Oh, there's definitely a guy in the train.
Nope, I have sticky grenades. You know you like it, Tay.
LOLs.
There.
As long as you get him, it doesn't
Fine.
really matter.
It's taken care of.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, General Tay. Where are we going next?
We're taking Alpha because your guy is actually telling you to take Alpha.
All right.
Yep, and kill everyone that's in your way. That is what we're doing here.
I was making the mistake of being Assault. I'm not Assault. I'm Support. I'm a Support main. And I got shot in the back with a pistol.
In the butt.
I would like this game to maybe somehow have 50% less getting shot in the back, because the number of times you get shot in the back and then the guy in the kill cam who shot you in the back was shot in the back. It's like the meta of this game.
NN, we will have the Game Awards. We will be streaming the Game Awards tomorrow night.
Nope. No. Shot in the back.
You think so? This is your side, I think.
I definitely got shot in the back.
Thing.
Rotterdam's also a weird map for tanks. This is not really a map where tanks belong. Yeah, like I would agree. I think the comment on just not knowing where you get shot from a lot of times in Battlefield maps, I think some of that just comes down to the way they're channeling players through these maps. They could probably do a better job of that, so you don't just constantly get shot in the back.
I don't know, Aaron. Your positioning as your general has been lackluster.
All right.
And you're therefore getting head camped where people are in good position to take you out.
All right, deployment overview.
Probably E.
Let's go to E.
Help secure E.
Nope. Kick. It's all right. It's all right. We're good. Sticky grenade. We're gonna do all the right things.
Just bait your team. Let them sacrifice.
What? I was firing into that man's torso
And he
not
shot you in the head instead.
not getting hit
And
markers.
he headshotted you
I protest, sir. Those
I
hit
don't know,
markers were absent.
Clearly, the game thinks you died. But you could argue that it could be one of those things, too, where it's like Call of Duty, where you think you're shooting them, but then really they killed you while you're still shooting.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
server registration. All right, so in theory, we should get Panzerstorm here.
All right. Now we're done with Rotterdam, which is a map that I don't like. And hopefully we get into Panzerstorm. And that is where we wanted to get when we started this stream. Thank you for sticking with us, everybody.
Johnston, I don't believe GameSpot's currently hiring, unfortunately. But he also asks who won the Hitman Challenge, IGN or us. I think it ended up kind of being like a draw from what I heard. So take that in a draw. The audience won in Hitman versus Hitman IGN versus GameSpot. I guess that's true. All right, Panzerstorm, we got it. After probably 15 to 20 minutes of looking for it, we finally got it.
We played a game called How Does the Server Browser Work?
No, we figured it out with the good help of Ben and Barkay, I think. Barkay?
I think the answer was it doesn't.
Get in the tank.
The answer was it doesn't.
The answer is you got wrecked for your lack of choice there.
That's all right. I'm Assault this time around.
Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kreme? That's tough. I take Krispy Kreme if they're hot.
Yep.
But Krispy Kreme, once they're kind of like sat around, are not that great, in my opinion.
All right, half track.
Darwin says hello from Honduras. Hello. Welcome. Jared says finally. Yeah, we did it.
All right. We finally beat the server browser. Oh, wow. That is like instantly a lot of tanks.
Good. He's like, I should be able to run through this wall. Why can't I run through this wall?
Let's go,
there
buddy.
You go.
Check out this map. Tanks are chilling.
Whoops. Just using that to realign the course that we need to use.
Do this, boys.
The music's pretty
Nice. Yeah, you
epic.
hearing that? Some old school Battlefield. I'm hoping this shapes up to be... What are you doing, buddy? I'm hoping this shapes up to be like some of the later DLC maps from Bad Company 2.
Jared, I don't think we've tested the weapons enough to know if they're like that much stronger. So can't answer your question, unfortunately. Sorry.
Seems like E is the infantry spot.
Apparently, Duncan and Crispy are greater than Tim Hortons for Great Box. I think Krispy Kremes are pretty good when they're hot, when they're fresh, glazed. But
oh, I can tell people where to go. Go to E, buddy. Oh, they're all in E. Where they at though? Oh, right there. Am I just? Nope, that's all tanks.
Oh boy.
Those are all tanks. And all tanks and guys.
Oh, I was like, please, Aaron, don't hit yourself. This is good. This is good. He knows where you are, but he can't hit you because you're behind a huge tractor tire.
Yeah, until that happens.
Oh, get stabbed. Stab a stab.
All right, binoculars. All right, so I guess
Dang,
the
you
question.
guys are going after C hard.
Yeah, I guess the question is now. All right, let's go to C and help out with our team. I wonder how often the tanks actually come up. That's a good question. Wow, this thing's huge. What am I shooting at? Are you a tank or a guy? Damn, son.
Going well. There's just gunfire everywhere. Should have just joined Scopey McScoperson.
Scopey McScoperson seems to know what he's up to.
Well, I think they're coming from E to D is probably what's going on.
Getting outside. I wonder how often... All right, Scopey McScoperson, why don't you help us out?
Vindicator, I think if you were curious about Battlefield at all, it was on sale for like 30. Around
Or
30.
like honestly, the Origin pass is pretty good right now. It's the cost of maybe 2 games a year. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything here. All right. The nice thing about the Origin pass is you can get in for about $15, and then if you don't like it, you don't have to keep going. He's right there. Can I stabby him in the back? Nope.
There will be no stabbing. Not today.
This shall be interesting. It does seem a lot more spread out, so it's probably tougher for your squad to revive you. All right, team. Nope, that's not what I intended. All right. You know what? My sensitivity is too low right now. I can't swing on people.
That's a person. Good
Not
job.
anymore.
That's the guy you're trying to stab.
Worked out in the long run, Tay.
I suppose so. That's a guy.
Explosive barrel. Does it explode?
That's a guy too.
Feather. Feather the rifle.
Sanitators!
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't what?
Is this, Yes, you can't open these walls up. Okay.
Nope. Fire. And that's a tank.
Whoa, that defaults. Oh, it's probably because I was on fire. The default was much faster. I just kind of want to see.
Oh man, you guys are getting ran. Oh, because you guys switched to E.
We did.
I think all the bad guys are at D.
Risk it. Let's go to E. Doesn't seem like the tanks come up that often.
Yeah, I think Ben was saying that like if you can't get in a tank, don't worry about it. Cause there's a guy to your. He looked like he was in that farm, unless someone killed him, which is very possible. No, that's a guy. I was not mistaken.
And there's a guy behind me too.
There's a tank actually.
Shot in the back. That's Battlefield in a nutshell. Many backs will be shot. All right, General Tay.
Our PC actually is pretty good. It's a i7 8700K with a 1070 and 32 gigs of RAM. So if it doesn't look that good for you, Peter, it's probably because of your computer or your internet or your phone. Don't know what else to tell you.
My team is already losing B. Is that because there's a tank? What are you shooting at there, buddy? Nope.
Surprise! We here.
Attention! We are losing objective Beta.
Delta! Wow,
Dude's
they've got
piecing out.
5 out of 7.
Yeah. That's also Battlefield. When your team's getting smoked, there's just not a lot you're going to do until you give me a tank. Somebody give me a tank, please. All right. If I start giving orders, I can kind of call in my own tank. Oop. What are we shooting at? Team. Here. Everybody hold on to C.
Peter, you can be a little bit more civil, or if you're just going to be in here just to kind of troll, I'm just going to get rid of
Yep,
you.
there's the tank.
So that's kind of like the warning, I guess.
What about Jeep stuff? Let me in. I'd like the Jeep stuff, please.
Alcard saying if they hide too long behind a wall, either smoke for a quick stab or grenade them. And use a shotgun or a machine gun.
I like
That's
your
good.
tips.
That's a good tip. Trolls are out today. Yeah, they're always out, though. They just decided to come out of their cave, I think, if anything.
I was going to try and Jeep stuff something. You can find a tank.
If you make it there.
Slight possibility of making it. I mean, it's
There's
worth...
definitely a lot of fixes, DZ. There's too many updates for me to read. So.
Losing Echo.
Yeah, we're trying to get into a tank, Alcard, but no luck so far.
It seems like if you don't grab the tank immediately, you're out of luck. Actually, the question is, will this kill me if I ditch at full speed? There's always that possibility.
Has Time to Kill been worked on?
Not yet. It's
don't think so.
it's in one of their patches. Yep,
Are you
tank.
gonna feel worse when you kill your squad mate?
Jeep stuff. Yes. Wasn't as effective as I thought, but I did it.
And your teammate died for it. But at least it looked cool.
I definitely Jeep stuffed him. Just wasn't enough Jeep stuff.
I think you only did 70 damage, which how much health does that tank have?
A lot.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna try and hold on to G. Squad, take G. There. And if we get enough points, we can at least call in like an anti-tank Panzer.
Mad
All right.
A Colt says, I like the look of this map the most from everything I've seen out of this game.
This feels like the most Battlefield map, for sure. All right, team. Who's where? God, these red dot sites are really hard to... Be a good team player. Otherwise, I could potentially hop into a tank and then just repair. We'll stay near, maybe stay near a tank. All right. You know
How
what I
many
mean?
fields are you battling? Probably about 5.
Oop, where you taking hits from? Oh, right there. All right.
I like it.
He's
Hey,
going,
we're here!
he's going
Come
for the
get
flank.
us!
Oop.
There's a tank, too.
This will probably... Ooh, should I try Jeep stuff? You want to try again?
Whatever floats your boat.
That does, honestly. Not going to lie. Let me in. Don't kill me. And let me Jeep stuff. That's all I want. Assuming this isn't too deep. Oh, this man does
that
not
guy's
know.
gonna die too.
All right, where to go?
Can we open up an office in Toronto? I wish.
Where'd that tank go? Didn't go that way.
Maybe he circled back to G. He just
Oh
got
man.
blown up.
Who Jeep stuffed the tank before I could Jeep stuff him? All right, guys. Oh man, we gotta take G again. All right, let's take G. That didn't work. Oh, that's a tank.
Surprise! They're all at G.
Come on. Yeah, you want to revive me.
You have to remember too, Peter, that you're watching a live stream, which is never representative of like if you were actually playing the game at home. There are so many factors to like. Oh, you killed the guy. No scope, dad.
Be alive. Nope. Don't be alive.
Baited. Baited to help your teammate.
So far, our impression of this map is it's big. It feels like a very classic Battlefield map, which I like a lot. It does feel like if you don't get in a tank right away, you're not getting a tank. Oh, maybe. Nope. Deploy. As I get a tank. All right, we got a tank.
All right. Now's your time to shine.
Let's do this, team. Where do y'all want to go? I should be towing probably, but eh. All right, so where do we just?
There are no tanks or too many tanks. Kind of.
I am all for Battlefield being the sandbox, and when it's a sandbox, that's when it's fun. If it breaks a little bit being a sandbox, that's cool.
All right, so you kind of evened out the map a little bit. B is kind of compromised.
It's gonna be
that.
B seems like a good. Oh, that seems like a tank. That's one of our guys. Wow, distance is pretty good. All right, my team's making a push. What are you shooting at? Oh, nice. All right, let's do this.
Yes, it's time to kick butt and chew bubblegum.
Of course, we lost B, so there's a decent chance of getting shot in the back. But my team really seems to want G.
I'm all out of gum. But I'm all out of tanks.
Oh, that's a...
Damn, that guy lasted for a while just hopping around near that tank.
He really did.
Halfway there. Rather, we have less than half, I suppose.
Guys just holding it down. All right. All right. Let me figure out what I'm actually looking at here. That seems like... Whoa. All right. There's a lot more drop on that.
I was going to say from downtown.
What? Who just... I just took a single hit from the back, and that was... Oop.
That's your team.
The spotting distance is not great. All right. We doing this team? Also, I took one hit, and that was a lot of damage.
That was an accurate shot by the opposing team.
Oop, guy here. All right, team's doing a good job of circling the objective.
This guy's doing the duck shooting. I like it. You can repair while in the tank? Yeah, that's how this game goes.
Somebody's got me dialed in.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It was
What?
a short-lived.
Oh, 6-pounder From where? From a guy who doesn't have a 6-pounder? That means my tank should come right back up. I didn't even see where that was coming from.
Is that how it works, though? If you lose a tank, you just instantly get it back?
We'll have to see how quickly it comes back. Otherwise, we can help out.
Sure as heck doesn't seem like it, because not even someone else didn't take one, you know? Like, it's not like rolling towards battle. Well, that was short-lived. Well, it wasn't that short-lived, but I feel like we saw 2 little dudes and not really any tanks, which is unfortunate.
Yep, that was a guy.
He dead. Damn, it was such a delayed explosion on that grenade.
Tank grenade.
That's not good.
He's got some good cover. This is the low crawl.
The old wraparound.
Am I spotted? I feel like I'm spotted.
I don't know. Maybe. But he was behind you, so it's kind of irrelevant. Moot point. One would say you tanked that performance. I'll accept that pun. Do you guys like this map? Asked Nate. I don't know. I defer to Aaron on that one, just because I don't really personally play that much Battlefield 5. But this is his first time playing it, so I don't know if that's enough to give him an informed.
I like it so far. This is what a Battlefield map should be. It's just like big and open and full of tanks and tools and planes. We haven't played much at all, which is why I just really am not familiar with this map yet. Usually it takes a while to get good at maps when you are not familiar with them. I have asked my team to go take C though, because that is where we're getting flanked. This is not a great place to be. I wonder if this trick still works, where you get out whichever way you're aiming.
Nate ditched you.
It's all right. Oh, that one has a AA gun on the back, which is kind of cool. Oh.
Wow. Shoot the guy behind.
He can't actually turn around.
Oh, there you go. Oh, that's not good. Hopefully he shoots him down. Oh, and there's one in front of you. Oh, you're bailing? Oh, this is not good.
Yeah, that's never good. Oh.
That's got to be a horrific death. Peter Jordan, I don't think we ever necessarily review a game based off of like a graphics card. I mean, we used to do more tech based things where like we would try to compare certain graphics cards and things like that. But the review is more about, you know, obviously the game. Like it's harder to just like cater multiple reviews with like different video cards in mind. It'd have to be like a specific feature that then looks at like a Battlefield 5 and then discusses its performance against different cards.
Confirmed spawning in the open on a tank map is death. All right, team. We're all up here. We're going to do something, right? Let's do it.
Ooh, you are running out of lives, though. Or is it tickets? Do they still go by tickets?
Yeah, they've messed with the whole ticket system a couple different times. Where are we going?
Probably going to F.
Yeah, looking around to F. Problem with taking the rear objective is then usually they still spawn right there. No, there's a tank there. You don't want to. You don't want to do that because there's a tank right there.
We have taken objective Emil.
All right, we're just gonna take the swine farm by ourselves.
This will go well.
Oh, okay, we got a little squad here.
Oh, you know what? I haven't really messed with the what's the building situation. Pretty sure I saw a tank around here. What's the building situation? All right, that's not going to be super
Is that a
helpful.
V2 rocket?
Yeah, is it coming
I
in on
hear it.
us?
Ihr habt es gehört. Verteidigt das Ziel dort.
I don't know,
Alright.
but I definitely hear the
I
V2
can
rocket.
Call in.
You might as well call something in because you have
Wir
32
brauchen eine Pak 40
tickets
auf
or whatever
Handkette an
left.
dieser Position.
You definitely need. Oh, they.
That's fair crime. Didn't you play PC last time though?
Yeah.
No, I was
They
because
blew up our
crime was there
vehicle.
last time. I think, if I recall correctly.
Is there anything? Do we have any mode of transportation? All right. Well, don't want to go to G because G's gonna be a long run. This is gonna be a long.
Peter, unfortunately, I don't review games, so I can't really give you the specifics. But I'm pretty
Go
sure
supply
that like
station.
you or we don't necessarily review a game based off of
Halt das
like
verdammte Ziel
a
dort.
graphics card build or setup. I mean, there will be times where
Verteidigt das
the
Ziel
reviewer
dort.
may call out which, what type of PC they played on, but they're mainly reviewing the game. Obviously it's tough if you have a like lower end video card. Of course, you'd want to know if how it runs, but that's not what the review is. The review is mainly about the game itself. So if you want like a breakdown of if it's going to be good on a 1050 or 1060, you're probably going to have to find someone that's doing like that type of content where they're comparing it to other video cards and
Those are
like
guys.
how well that game will then perform. This isn't a game review? No, we're just playing the DLC. You didn't kill him though.
I did. I got the
It
red.
said hit.
I got the red.
Oh, did you? Okay,
Yeah.
it just looked like hit for some reason.
I got it. They're dead.
Not very evident, I suppose.
Question is, are
I like the chat. This is a boring map. Go play COD.
Eh,
Was the insta response.
this is Battlefield. I mean, like, I don't know. I think there's always been, there's always been that infantry verse. No.
Ooh, nice shot. See the self-heal. And we at least end on a kill.
All right, nice.
Good work.
If you like infantry focus, these days saying play COD is not an insult. Like Black Ops 4 is one of my favorite Call of Duty games in a very long time. It's an excellent game. It's my favorite since Modern Warfare 2. I have very mixed feelings about those people, the people who like the close combat coming into Battlefield, because I feel like it's made Battlefield not as good of a Battlefield game. That's not
fair. I
that's
think
not
they
what
were
Battlefield's
trying to like split the difference in a way. Like I could see why they did it, but to your point, it's like if you've been playing Battlefield for a while and you enjoy Battlefield for what it is, then you're probably less likely to play some of those modes. But it technically kind of worked though too in a way, because Dave likes infantry stuff from what I've seen. So maybe, I don't know.
And I feel like you can design maps in Battlefield that fit both of those purposes. So you should never have TDM on Battlefield, because TDM are the places that you fight, right? Like you have those places on the map where you're already doing the TDM. Good Battlefield maps channel players together in a way that you should probably be happy regardless of whether you're a tank or an infantry player. Like the good maps have areas of both. And so, I don't know, like, I feel like at launch Battlefield is 50-50. It's 50% vehicle maps, 50% close quarters maps. I love the vehicle maps. I'm not so hot on the close quarters maps. But that being said, there's people who do really, like Dave, who really do like those close quarters maps.
Yeah. Well, any like final impressions from you so far from Panzerstorm, or is it too early to tell because you've only played kind of like one time, I guess?
It's nice that Panzerstorm is bringing in classic Battlefield. I like that direction. There's a lot of people in this office who ultimately just want to see this lead back to Wake Island and some of those classic maps. I think people are itching for Battlefield 2 Remake or Remastered, and if they're not going to do that, they've already proven in Battlefield 3 with the Strike at Karkin expansion that they can bring those maps back in games like Battlefield 5. So I like that this first DLC is a step in the in the large Battlefield direction, which is what I think many of us originally fell in love with Battlefield for. That's the reason we started playing Battlefield, and I like the leaning into it. We'll see what they do with the next DLC. It might easily go close quarters with the way that they've been kind of splitting Battlefield 5 50-50.
Yeah, we'll see. Come back tomorrow for GameSpot Live. We'll be back at 11 a.m. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you what we're streaming, but just come back. You'll find out. We'll also be streaming the VGAs tomorrow, the Video Game Awards 2018. So come back. I believe it starts at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, or PDT. And yeah, thanks so much, Aaron, for playing.
Thanks for being with us.
And yeah, see you guys next time.
Stay easy.
Peace out.